What do they do today? No, I just worked. I worked a lot on my on the
Okay.
stuff on the business brand and stuff.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Um, I I shot an audition today. Applied for some more things like backstage and actors access. Just casting those reels, hoping to get a bite. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But
What are
but
you applying for? What are you auditioning for?
just like short films, feature films. There's an audition that I sent today, which went pretty well. It was like a very technical, jargon heavy monologue that I had to do that probably was about 2 minutes long. It would shoot in Miami. It pays like I think 480 per like 8 hour day or whatever. I don't know how many days it would shoot, but right now it's just about getting the exposure. It's about just making more of a name for myself. I mean I've done pretty well in Florida, like in the commercial scene, but I'm really trying to break out into the film and TV industry as well.
Okay. So
So
I'm going to just quote what you told me today.
let's go.
Was it there's these you said it was the Yoda one. It was the do or do not. Don't there's no
Yeah,
try. So
yeah.
maybe
Well,
you
I
want to
say
rephrase.
do or don't do. Do or
Oh,
don't do is
oh,
what I
true.
say.
True, true.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it just comes down to doing a little bit every day, just like making moves towards whatever it is that you're interested in.
No, for sure. No, I'm making moves as well. So the house itself, I mean, I'm trying some crypto stuff, trying to see how that goes.
What are you trying? Like what are you getting into?
Like just trying to learn about it, trying to learn about,
Okay.
and also honestly,
Where are you at currently?
where am I at? Am I learning?
Yeah, yeah. In terms of learning, like what are you stuck at, or like what's intrigued you so far in your studies with crypto?
How I can make money with it? That's
I mean, for sure.
that's
So,
for
so
sure,
then,
for
are you
sure.
looking at small caps, mid caps, large caps? Which ones you looking
Ooh,
at?
I don't even know, man. That right there is
Okay.
above me. That see that right
Okay.
there. So, and I'm just trying to figure out how to learn, right? So
Yeah.
I want crypto buddies to teach
Yeah,
me.
I know, dude.
like
Well,
like for example, I want to also I've been learning about somebody. I just want to make I want to make some cash. So
mhm,
I want to work in the crypto space, make some cash within crypto to be able to invest more in crypto. If that makes sense.
mhm.
So I've been hearing
Yeah.
about smart contracts is like one way to do it. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Or like for example, I can be a developer for smart contracts or do something like
Mhm.
that to make like an extra 250 a smart contract. But I can develop shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
I don't know.
Well, if you're going to develop, it'll just be you figuring out which coin you want to develop for. So, like, you could
Okay.
develop for Solana, you could develop for Ethereum, Cardano. Let's go Avalanche. It goes on and on and on. So it's you figuring out like which one's going to suit your needs the best. Um,
Okay.
but I mean that's
So
all up to
tell me
what
what
it
is a
is you're
smart
trying to
contract?
develop.
What is a smart contract? Why would I need to
I mean,
develop it?
I don't have a definition offhand,
Okay. Yeah.
but I can look it up real quick.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Well, okay, so it's slow AF, dude.
I'm just thinking like maybe I don't need to be a developer of it, but at the same
I was
time,
I was I was just about to say that you don't want to develop, dude. You want to be the person who tells someone to develop or like what to develop.
yeah.
So I always
Well,
think it's so
that's true.
funny when you're like, I can develop. I'm like, you can, but you don't want to.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
So a smart contract is a digital contract stored on a blockchain that are automatically executed when predetermined terms and conditions are met. An example would be like, but that's not in terms of crypto. The second definition I was just looking at. That first one was. Um, so they allow developers to build apps that take advantage of blockchain security, reliability, and accessibility while offering sophisticated peer-to-peer, um, I guess, peer-to-peer transactions, peer-to-peer functionality, everything from loans and insurance to logistics and gaming. So a smart contract based on that definition is just like, I guess, a website, but for crypto.
Website for crypto.
Yeah, because if you can do like loans and insurance, logistics and gaming, it's you building for lack of a better term, like a website on the
Mhm.
blockchain, which is secure, reliable, and has, quick like transfer fees. Utilizing the coins from the crypto that you're developing on.
It's too much. It's too much. So let's talk about
Yeah.
how do we make money with crypto?
Well, I mean, you can invest in it, you can mine it.
Yeah, tell me about
I'm
this.
investing in it.
Tell me what does investing in it
Like,
mean?
you take your fiat currency and you put it into whatever sort of cryptocurrency that you think will go up. It's essentially like stocks in that regard, where you do your research, look at the market cap, how much money's in it, how high you think it will go, look at the history based on the charts, and you invest. You can invest if you want to make money faster.
Hmm.
Then you invest in small cap or medium caps, which are like small caps. Like it's very subjective, but it's like 100 million or less capital within that coin, and a mid cap they say is like a billion or 2 billion or less, and then large caps like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana's large cap, Avalanche's large cap. So I'd say maybe like you know 10, 15 billion plus.
So are you saying like take a larger proportion of the company or the currencies is
What do you mean?
like where my money, what less money is worth more of the percentage of the currencies out there? Is that what you're saying? Is
Um,
that what you mean by
so it
small cap versus large cap?
so what I'm saying is like if the cryptocurrency does well,
Hmm.
a lesser amount of your money will do more in a shorter amount of time because of because there's like more volatility, so if it's like a newer project, then someone or a bunch of people might invest in it at a time, causing it to 5x, 6x, 7x, maybe even more, as opposed to a larger cap. It's going to take more of those coins
Hmm.
or shares, depending on if you're looking at it from like a stock perspective. It's going to take more shares in a larger cap to cause the price to go up, as opposed to a smaller cap coin. A lesser amount of coins being bought will cause it to jump up multiples.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just less coins out there.
Mm,
No?
less less coins have been taken,
Right.
and so therefore
More
the
opportunity.
price can move. Yeah, more opportunity, exactly.
Okay. Got it.
So the more coins that have already been, so which is why like people look at Bitcoin and call it digital gold, because there's only 21 million, right?
Hmm.
So as more and more of that is bought up, the price goes up. If people hold it, then it stays. Whereas if you look at like Solana, for instance, coins are always being made. Doge coins are always going to be made, and so therefore it counterbalances um, the scarcity of that coin, because no matter how many times or no matter how much of the coin is taken off the market, more will be produced. It's just like inflation, like it's inflation versus deflation.
Okay.
Do those terms make sense to you?
Yeah. So when there's
Yes.
more coins in the market, the value is worth less. When there's
Yes.
less coins in the market, the value is worth more.
Right. So like small caps, there's more coins in the market. So uh, whatever you buy has more of an opportunity. Not to say that it will go up, but it has more of an opportunity because um, there's more coins to be bought in that market. So the prices are going to be lower because it's the whole supply and demand thing. If there's less supply, then there's more demand, then the price is higher,
Got it.
and vice versa.
So what makes something in demand?
I mean, a bunch of different things: utility, trend, um, public opinion, really.
Public opinion. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
everything is based on public opinion though. So the question is so I understand the value of Bitcoin, for example, where it's got a limited amount and it gets harder and harder, more resources to get. And it's infinitely gonna never be completed, right? But what are the value
What do you mean by
like never be there's never gonna so like statistically there's it's gonna be so expensive to get a Bitcoin at the end of
mm,
its life that it's gonna slow the time it takes to get a new one in the system. It'll take a long time, longer time, or technology will have to get better, right? So I think they've made it where it's infinitely like more is available in the beginning and then less at the end, right? All right, how does
yeah,
that work?
it's especially with the halving. So every 4 years they release like half of the remaining Bitcoin into circulation. So you have like miners who are running computers. Miners are literally just computers that are running algorithms and processing data and like solving I forget what the term is, but essentially solving transactions. And by doing that, you are rewarded a percentage of um, Bitcoin. So so if everyone held the coins that they currently had, eventually all of the supply would be released, but also the people who are mining would continuously get a percentage, causing more scarcity, even if no one ever bought ever again. Because the miners are constantly making a little bit over time by doing the transactions.
That sounds like a fun idea. How do I do that? Because that sounds
How
like
do you what?
you're
What?
winning no matter what. Sounds like you win no matter what.
For sure, but miners are definitely going to be winning a lot less because of the halving.
Oh,
So I don't know what percent, but I want to um, say that they're
this is
that
only for Bitcoin.
after
Only for Bitcoin.
uh, other currencies do it as well. I want to
But are
say
they
that I
having?
saw
Are they having as well?
no, no, it's just Bitcoin right now.
Okay.
But there are other currencies who are implementing, but I can't think of
Okay.
any without misspeaking off the
Okay.
top of the head.
No problem.
Yeah, but yeah, babe. Um, sure. Elizabeth needs me. I'll be right
All
back.
good. No worries. Take your time. All right. So we are live. Let's see it on YouTube. Oh snap! Oh, I am live. Okay. All right. Oh snap! Oh, I am live. Okay. Hello. All right. Can you hear me? Oh snap! Oh, I am live. Okay. Hello. All right. Can you hear me? Oh snap! Oh, I am live. Okay. All right. The gold standard. You know, Andrew Tate, he says all these things, all these topics. Maybe I'll check them out. Checking out the topics. Okay.
All right, I'm back. Yeah,
Hello.
so something else we were doing was spring cleaning just a little bit. So I had to go in there and help move a metal like box spring and a bed. So
Dang, it's all good, man. You're the farmer on the farm.
yeah, man.
That's what you are, dude. How cool is that?
It's great, man. It really is. I walk outside and I just look at the land. I'm just like, wow,
Yeah.
I really cultivated all this.
Dang,
It's
dude.
cool.
How cool is that? For real,
It
that's
is, man.
legit. That's super legit. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Um, what do you want to talk about?
Um. Oh, I meant to send you something. It's called like Scuba Jet or something. And imagine a life vest, and on the back of the life vest is a small, kind of like torso-sized jet that allows you to move quickly underwater.
Okay. Quickly underwater. Oh, like you can like when you're scubaing. It's like what the Aquaman kind of thing people use.
Exactly, exactly. But it's like, yes,
Oh, it's
100%,
on your
100%
back.
on the back.
It's on your
Yes, man.
back. That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
I
That's
gotta
pretty
try to
neat,
find it
dude.
again.
How funny.
I should have saved it. Um, but other than that, man, do you watch basketball at all?
No, not too much.
Got you. Okay. I was gonna say something about the Final Four. Um, yeah. I was outside today, moving some things around, and I looked up. One of our dogs killed a big black snake a few days ago, and I ended up moving it.
Dang.
Uh, and we had some buzzards flying around, and I was just looking up at them because they were flying real low because they were smelling it. They were trying to figure out where it was. So
Uh-huh.
maybe like seven or eight of them flying just all over the place. And I
Wow.
was just thinking, it's so interesting that nature just naturally has a cleanup crew.
Yeah. You right?
Like, like that's their job to eat decomposing things so they don't, smell and
Wow. How cool.
like,
That is true. That is cool, huh? I like
yeah,
that.
it's very interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. What else have you been playing WoW at all?
No. Not well, somewhat. But dude, I'm really trying to make money right now. It's really wild. Like the amount of stuff that I'm doing is like it's pretty intense. I also the one thing I did want to tell you is I went and joined Rodrigo's gym.
Did you? Hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was that like?
That was fucking intense. That's for damn sure, dude.
Really?
Oh, it was hella intense. Yeah. No, and then dude, I went back. It was super cool gym.
Uh,
Rodrigo's legit as
of
always.
course it is.
But super cool gym. So I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to go back to it.
What
Um
was intense about it?
what was intense about it? Oh, just doing rolling again. Just
Okay.
rolling and going back to the grind because that was very much intense. I uh I only did like I mean I've been working out for the whole January to now, right? The whole January. I did a January boot camp, February boot camp. I've been trying to in the January time I was like walking a little bit more, doing more push-ups and stuff at the home. February went to the boot camp, and then February I also after that boot camp I joined my trainer, so my personal trainer. He's
Hmm.
got a gym. He runs the boot camp. So Lizelle and I both do that with him,
Yeah.
two times a week. So that's really cool because go ahead. You got something?
No, I'm listening. I'm
Oh no.
listening to you.
So we do that two times a week, and so I go to now. I'm doing that two times a week since February. And so the
Hmm.
reason why I tell you that is because I've been trying to train up to be able to do jujitsu. All right. And those workouts are intense, like fucking like about to die. Anyways, I was feeling better with the workouts. I've been getting my endurance a little bit better. Went to Rodrigo and fucking puked. I was like, dude, I was like,
Really?
yeah, dude. I was like, shit, dude. I mean, like, dude, they pushed me so damn hard. It was like it was so cool. It was so cool. I mean, they didn't necessarily push me. Like honestly, it was like they didn't want me to go so hard. But I was like, nah, dude, no, this is easy. Like let's send it. We full send, bro. We
For
full
sure. For
send.
sure.
We full send only, right? So I literally told
Yeah.
them I was like for real, like I went to the okay, so we went through the class. I borrowed a gi, went through the class, and then what is it? We started doing They did three instructionals. Right, one was a takedown, one was a sweep, and one was uh, I think
Submission.
not a submission, but I don't know what the other one was. I think it was another like a De La Hiva kind of like sweep,
A guard.
another sweep, or passing the guard. Yeah, one was a
Mhm.
pass. One was a pass,
Okay.
one was a sweep, and one was a what's it called,
Takedown.
takedown. Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, okay, cool. I got through that. I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I pretty much used maybe I knew I was going to roll. I knew I was gonna go hard, so I was like trying to go easy on those things. So I was like, okay, I'm about like 80%, 85%, because we did a little bit of resistance. They paired me up with another blue belt, and and then 80%. I was like, okay, cool. So then we did the uh, where they do the 3 minutes to do the same thing you just learned, right? The De La
Hmm.
Hiva, pass the guard, and the
Drill
sweep,
it.
right? So like drill it, yeah, drill it. So 3 minutes, swap, 3 minutes, right? So 6 minutes. I was like, okay, cool, cool. And then at the end of that, I was like, okay, great. Um, they were like, oh yeah, you can sit out. I was like, sit out. I literally said sit out. No, it's all good. It's all good. I five
Shit.
five five,
Who you think
and
I am?
I was like, they were like, oh, you can sit out. And I was like, no, no, like it's just one round, right? Just 5 minutes. And I was like, they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's just 5 minutes. I literally said it. Yeah. Anyways, 4 minutes and 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes, or 2.5. Yeah. So halfway through, I think I got I I got so tired, and I got like try to get like I got submitted. Yeah, I got submitted. So I
Hmm.
was like, oh, this is wild. But I did do really fucking good, because he tried to submit me in a fucking like knee lock, and I was like, this shit ain't happening. I was like, we are not getting my fucking ankle and my knees like twisted up. I was like, fuck that. We're gonna anyways, like I was
Did you
able.
stand up?
Huh? Yeah, yeah, I was able to get it. I mean, I didn't do bad at all. Like, I honestly,
I know.
I gave the submission. I was like, yeah, I pretty much gave the submission.
Hmm.
It was an armbar. I think it was. Yeah, they got me in an armbar. I was like, but I was so tired. So I had like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I was like tired as shit, right? And I was like, okay, I'm done,
Hmm.
because I learned at the other gym, like, hey, if I get to this point where I'm about to fucking pass out, like,
Take a break.
take a break, take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. However,
Get a drink of water. Breathe.
yeah, really, exactly. So, but however, like this, I did not expect that, and so like I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. Like thanks for the roll, bro. Like yeah, you got 2.5 minutes. Like good luck. But no, they were like, no, dude. They're like, no, keep rolling. I was like, what? I was like, I'm about to fucking pass out, and then I rolled and rolled. Anyways, 2 minutes in. Okay, so at 30 seconds, I was fucking dead. I was like dead, and I was like going for submission attempts. I was doing sweeps. It was fun. It was good. I was good. Like I was pretty good. I was able to like hold my guards. I was able to do a lot of stuff. And then 30 seconds left. I was fucking done, dude. And I was literally about to pass the fuck out. And they were like, no, 30 seconds, push, push. Then they were counting down 25 seconds, like, just defend, just defend. Don't fucking do
Yeah.
anything. Just fucking just live. I was
Yeah.
like, shit, dude. 15 seconds, fucking dying, dude. 5 seconds, like, fucking, like, about to get my back up. Like, oh, I was about to fuck. I was just like, I was just fucking dead. And then I just, like, at the end of it, like, boom. It was intense, bro. It was so much fucking fun. But I mean, I
Yeah.
told him, like, the professor there, his name is Mike. He's a cool guy, very much a cool guy, right? Like, Rodrigo's the main guy. Rodrigo's
See
the guy.
the older white guy, Mike.
No, no,
Okay.
I don't think Mike was on any of those Instagrams, but
Okay.
no, he's got tattoos and stuff. He's a cool black belt for damn sure. Um, but no, he pushed me damn hard. The same way Rodrigo pushes me, and I'm like,
Hell yeah.
shit, dude, shit. But now we got this whole school of like people like just like Rodrigo, and I'm like, dude, this is so fucking cool. Like and I was telling Rodrigo, I was like, yo, Marley is gonna fucking flip when he comes back down. He's gonna flip shit. He's gonna be so excited. I was like, and they was
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, bring Marley. I was like, absolutely.
I'll definitely come, dude. No.
I told him you're my mobile neighbor. And he's like, "Oh,
Hell
that's
yeah.
so cool." He's like, "That's cool." So like Rodrigo, he owns the shop, but
Hmm.
he's trying to move out here. but it's hard to move out here, so it's tough. But
Wait, he's trying to find a house like in your area.
yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay,
Or like some
where's he
place to
living now?
rent or something. He lives over in I think near Millennia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little
So what? That's
far
like a yeah,
past
like
downtown.
a 40-minute drive, something like that.
Yeah, closer to Sand
Yeah.
Lake. Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. So it's a little tough, but I mean, he's got a good location, man. Like he did it right, and he's out of the county, so he's the only one in this county.
That's
Like,
great. That's
like
whole.
the only
That's wonderful.
Yeah, he's got his own county, and bro, like, and so like this, the reason why I went back is like my 10-year goal is to get a black belt. I want to be my
Hmm.
black belt in jujitsu. So, I mean, if it's 10-year goal, like, how long does it take to get a black belt? 10 years, dude. How long does it take to get a blue belt? 2 years. I'm like, fuck, dude. Well, 8 years left. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking send it, dude. So
No
that's why
doubt,
I'm in.
man.
I'm gonna try to at least go once a week. I think that's my goal at the
Okay.
moment. But
It's
because
great.
like I told my
Pretty cool.
I told my trainer, because like my bodybuilder trainer, he said it's
Wait, so
hmm?
are you working out with him doing HIIT classes for cardio, or are you working out with him to
Dude,
become a
everything,
bodybuilder?
fucking everything. Well, dude, it's performance training, so it's like athlete training.
Okay.
Think of it athlete
Yeah.
training. But
Right.
the go ahead.
But when you say bodybuilding to me, that implies that it's going to be like bulking, having huge muscles, which isn't
He
necessarily
does have
good
that. He
for
does have huge
jiu-jitsu.
muscles. He does have huge muscles. However, he's one of the
What's
lean.
his cardio?
He's Mr. America 3 times. He's 3 times Mr. America, kind of. He competes for that, but he does all natural kind of stuff. Like he doesn't actually take anything.
Right.
But he's 3 times defending Mr. America. He's gonna be going back in May, I think, and defending again for the
Okay.
fourth time. But like he's like fucking top of the top, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? And like literally, it's super cool. Like I found like what's it called?
What's his name?
Was it Jeremiah? Jeremiah.
Okay.
Jeremiah or Jay. But no, like, but with him, those I do 2 times a week, and those are intense because those are only 30-minute lessons, 30-minute workouts, and they're basically multiple workouts within one set. So, like, where you would do like maybe it's CrossFitty, but not really. I don't know. I don't think it's like CrossFit fit because it's not really like coordinated like that. It's more of personal training with nutrition and chiropractic and health as a whole, kind of thing. It's PHIT fit,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I think I found him.
yeah,
So is his cardio good?
dude, the cardio is the workout. Like for real, for
Okay.
real, for real, for real.
Yeah.
It's the workout. Like and bro, those boot camps, they're 45 minutes of non-stop, just like fucking go, 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 go. And just like it's like you get in each station, or like for example, when my workouts too, each station has like 2 exercises, maybe 3, where you're like alternating. You're going like squats to a lunges to the abs or some so like that right there, just like the no break is I guess the high intensity interval training maybe, but it's like the
Yeah.
cardio's intense. And so I doing that for February to March, and it's April now. I was thinking, well, hey, 2 months of this, I should be okay to at least
Mhm.
go to jujitsu. Which I was okay to at least go to jujitsu, but I was not okay to finish rolling. So like at the end of that, I was like, I couldn't breathe. I told Mike I couldn't breathe. I was like, bro, I'm about to pass the
Yeah.
fuck out. And he was like, no. He
Dang.
was like, no, just put your hands up, just lock them, lock. And I was like walking around, everyone's lining up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm about to fucking go. And then I was
But
like,
when
and then he told me like, there's the bathroom. I asked him, where's the bathroom? And he's like, there it is. And I fucking puked. And they were like, they were so. The funniest thing is this. It's like this right here. The after puke is where you really get the culture of a jiu-jitsu academy. The after puke, because that's how you really can tell what the jiu-jitsu academy is all about. Is like, they were like, oh yeah, like, yeah, that happened to everybody. Like that happened to me. That happened to them. Like,
Yeah.
literally, it's like it happened to everybody. Like I was like, yeah, dude. I mean, even some of the people there were like also like coming back, right? Like coming back after a break. I think a lot of people took a break from jujitsu for COVID. I
Yeah.
think I think that was a big thing. But
Yeah, I mean, it was a really big thing for me. I've done it 3 times in the past 3 years,
there you go.
which is so crazy to say because we used to go all the time. Um, do you like cramp at all? Because that's my big thing. Like my body begins to like
Oh,
cramp up
dude.
and kind of shut
My
down.
my ankles were that was the weirdest thing. My ankles were sore as shit, and like it was hurting so bad because like the amount of flexibility that you need in your joints,
Yeah,
it's
a
like
lot.
wild, dude. Like my ankles were like what? I was just moving. I was just literally just doing the drills and just like even doing the drills, your ankles are at least for me. I don't do a lot of ankle training. I
You should, man.
yeah.
Ankle health is very important, especially as we get older, because that's one of the foundational elements of our legs.
I well, yeah. I mean, I do now with my workouts, but before then, I don't think I did. And then honestly, also on top of that, like the jujitsu itself is like that was an amazing cardio. Like
Mhm.
I was
Some
like,
of the best cardio.
oh my god, like yeah. And then Rodrigo, he told me he's like, yo, you're gonna lose a lot of good weight. He's like with a smile, he's like, you're gonna love it, dude. He was like, you're gonna love it. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. So yeah, I mean, at least I signed up, right? I got my gi. I got a blue gi. I got a new gi.
Nice.
I think I gave you the other one, and it doesn't wouldn't have fit me anyways. But I gave you the gi, and then I lost my one of my gis, and I was like, this is. I didn't expect to go back. I didn't expect to go
Right.
back. However, knowing that it's on my 10-year goal to have a black belt, right, and jujitsu, like, dude, having a black belt in jujitsu is fucking insane.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Dude,
like
I was on
that's
track to
insane.
get it, but yeah, I feel as though I was on track if I would maintain and win as often as I was to get it before I turned 30. And like now I'm about to turn 30. I'm just like, dang, dude.
Dude,
I
you got your whole life, bro. Like, think about
oh
it though.
yeah, no doubt, no
Think
doubt.
about it. It's a life sport, and you should treat it like that because it is also a brutal sport. So, like,
It is.
I am not gonna compete. I was like, hell, fucking no, that shit ain't
You're not gonna
happening.
compete anymore,
Hell
dude. I
no, dude.
definitely want to compete.
Yeah, well, that's you, bro. That's you. That's all you, bro.
Yeah.
For me, my competition's up here. I want to be as formidable as possible against the battle of evil, and I need to, keep my mental focus. But at the same time, I'm gonna train with the warriors and the fucking like lions. That's why we were talking about you earlier. I was like, they were like, Marley's a beast. They were like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
Hell yeah,
He's like,
dude.
yeah,
That is
bro, Marley, bring Marley back. He was like, yeah.
awesome. Yeah, man.
He remembered, and then he told me too. He was like, "You like me as well." Like I was like, because I guess that's what I started to realize over the years. Like from then when I started doing jujitsu with you, and then now as well having that break, and then knowing somebody back then who we knew like Rodrigo so
Mhm.
intimately because we went there all the damn time. like we straight up went there all the time, and he saw us train all the time, and he helped us train, and get good. And to now where like I'm coming back, he said to me, and that's this is the coolest thing. He said to me um like you have the mentality for it. I was like, you have the
Mhm.
mindset for it. Like you have the mindset to do anything. That's what he told me. And so I was like, and that I think shows in my jujitsu because then that's when Mike started picking up on that. He's like, you're picking up quick, and that's why they pushed me because they knew
Mhm.
I had the mentality to push beyond the limits and get like massive growth and go so far into the deep unknown, willing to die
Mhm.
basically.
Dude,
you know?
that's what I love about Rodrigo is that he was always just like so inspirational. Like he doesn't say a lot of stuff all the time, but when he does speak, man, if you're like really listening, it's just like it's the next level. It's like that like true black belt essence of like
Yes.
Sensei Yoda to
Yes.
type, like I'm gonna help you climb and get better. And like his entire physicality is just so
Yes.
it's so different. Like I've worked with a lot of different people, but
Yes.
Rodrigo will always be my fucking professor, dude.
Yeah,
Like
no, that's
100%.
why. That's why I don't ever want to go to another gym.
Yeah.
For
I mean, I'm
real.
gonna have to. I'm literally
Well,
gonna have to, but
well, I
but
mean,
my
you
goal
don't
is to
have
eventually
to.
get my black
Like
belt.
well, I guess think about it. He does do
Mhm.
private lessons, right? So
Mhm.
like what you could do, right, is you could potentially come down every once in a while, get private lessons for a week or so with him, and then just train at a different gym, but only to get your testing through Rodrigo. So he's your
That's
only
true.
professor. And just be
That's
very
true.
clear with all your other guys, or be very clear with the gym. So maybe you'll just join an MMA gym where they're not really focused on jujitsu like growth in the belt system or anything like that. Maybe they're just
Mhm.
focused on like grappling, wrestling, MMA all around. You know, boxing, kickboxing, everything, right? Where you still get the training, but then you can also get your specific instruction from Rodrigo. And if because that's a potential solution to consider.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a great option, and I'll probably bring that to my next gym's attention because I've got two up here that I'm interested in. One is run by these two younger um, people. They're a couple. I think they're probably like 20, 25, and maybe like 27. So it seems to have a very similar vibe to Brandon's gym, Mudita.
Mm, I want to go to
Um,
his gym too.
yeah, I would check it out.
Kevin was hyping it up, so I was like, "Snap,
Yeah.
I might have to check it out."
Dude, well, I think Kevin's working there now. I think he's a Mudita teacher,
Hell
which is
yeah,
awesome because
dude.
like that was the squad at
Yo, that's what I'm saying, man. Like
Killers,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying.
Like those people deadly killers.
Yeah, dude. Like
But
we know the guys. Like, dude, that's the
right,
craziest thing. We know Rodrigo and his gym, and then we
mhm.
got you got Kevin and Brandon and then
Brandon
a little Gabriel.
Marcio,
Oh, boy,
Dude Gabriel, and then Marcio Simas, dude. I mean,
yeah,
he's the OG.
he's the guy.
He's the OG, dude.
He's the
Like
OG.
Cora Belt,
And
40
then we know
years.
Leo, and then
Yeah,
Jerry. Like,
Leo,
if we
dude.
ever needed
Yep.
to go there, like I
Yeah.
have no issues with that. But like,
Yeah, I
dude,
don't either,
we
dude.
know a lot of
I'm
people.
so cool with Leo. Yeah.
That's wild.
It is, man. It's really crazy. So another guy, his gym's called Lepre BJJ. He's Lucas Lepre,
Okay,
a
I've heard of
well-known
that
guy
guy.
in
Yeah.
MMA. Exactly, right.
Uh-huh.
So he has a gym up here in Rock Hill that I'm interested in
Oh, okay. Oh, he's the
trying out.
trainer. He's the
So
teacher. He's the
one of them,
one of them.
one of them.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool, dude.
So I'm planning on trying out both of them just to see, the vibe of each and which one's gonna push me more. And
Yeah,
dude, something really cool that I've been thinking about for a while is like connecting these gyms because we, like you
yeah,
just said, we have these huge connections here.
yeah,
We can have, either
yeah.
them come down there or them come up here for like seminars or, uh, just like small tourneys or something. I don't know.
That's
I
an
think there's
interesting
something.
idea. I think I am smart enough and you're resourceful enough to be able to pull something else off like this, where
Wait, I'm not smart enough. No, I'm just joking.
um so no, I'm just kidding. So
Yeah,
there was a resource. I think that if that's a need, because I don't know if that's a need, right? For example, if the need is professors do not have enough students to go and talk to, and that they need people to go to seminars, or if the need is if the gyms they need people to come in that are well known and they don't know how to contact these people and get in touch with these people, like if either of those needs are met, then yes, I mean absolutely we can set up like a network system of like jujitsu professors from everywhere, get everybody in it. All the black belts that everybody knows could just be in this thing that are open to doing seminars, and then
well,
have a
I know
database like
that we
that.
had this one idea where it was like
Oh, like a membership.
kind of like a membership thing where it was a small flat fee where people could just like drop in and it was a very
Oh yeah,
communal space for like everyone. So I think that's
that's
still
cool.
an
I love
interesting
that.
idea.
I
Yeah.
think that's really good because here's the thing. Like, I think that Rodrigo. I think I'll have to talk to Rodrigo. But like, if for example he can just open whenever, or
Hmm.
like he can give me the key whenever, or like whatever it is, like he just makes he makes or like he if he
Makes the
has
space available.
if he makes the space available, or if other gym owners can also do the same, make the space available, then absolutely I think that there's a great opportunity to be able to like have events or have like little small like fight clubs or like little small like tournaments, right? Or just like memberships itself, like to be able to try different gyms, like get a seminar from different people, different professors, and I think that's a great way to like share the knowledge of
Yeah.
jujitsu.
Well, if we want to expand on this idea even further, not only is it good for just jujitsu, but like just spaces in general, where like you can kind of like I know that you can rent out spaces, but if there were some sort of like membership opportunity for, let's say, a theater where people can like
Yeah.
rent out like a theater space for maybe like plays or stand-up comedy, or if it's an actual theater like movie premieres, the things of that nature. um, I think that that would be a really good opportunity, because there's so much downtime, and there's so much money to be made during that downtime, that a lot of these businesses, and people who own these buildings just don't have access to, because they don't have the system set up to allow people to pay for that space.
So let me ask you. I think it would be better if we did that service, but bring it to people.
Well, you would depending on what the industry was, would determine how big the space, um, how big the space that's needed.
Well,
Uh,
what about like if we had like a trailer or some sort of like thing, right? You bring it to people. Then now you have a
mhm.
mobile set. And now you can actually have mobile sets all over the world. They have different kinds of mobile sets.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the idea, but it's the logistics of moving something of a certain size to a location. Because I mean, if it's just like a regular old trailer that carries, uh, let's just think of like a U-Haul,
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
instance. They need something larger than that, then I think it becomes an issue. But dude, okay. So let's work with that idea though. Um, let's say it was like a U-Haul um, sized space, and the the walls and everything kind of come down, open up,
Mm-hmm.
so that it does become an open space. So in that sense, you could have a stage for a musical performance. You could have like a little jujitsu space. I mean, obviously there'd had to be
Ah,
more.
like
It
a
would be on like
box,
the bed of a truck,
like a whole
but
box, like an unfolding box.
right, opens up
Yeah,
exactly,
that's pretty
exactly.
neat. That's a box stage. That's what we call it.
Yeah,
The box stage. Order your box stage
yeah.
today. $5,999 and it's yours tomorrow.
Hey, I mean that's it's not bad. Yeah. I mean, obviously that there's like details that need to be fleshed out with that
No, I
in
love
terms
it
of like
though.
how it actually operates, but
But
I think it's a pretty cool,
so
interesting idea.
I think so for example is this is like imagine, right? You need to go and travel. You're going to go somewhere on vacation or whatever. And you're a streamer, you're a podcaster, you're a, you know, person and you want to go to let's call it I don't know, LA or California for whatever reason. And you want to go out there for a little bit and you're going to be staying in like a Airbnb, staying in a hotel, staying in whatever, but like you don't have any of your systems, you don't have any of your stuff to keep doing the work you need to do. So what would you do? I think that would be cool if I can give a call or hire somebody to rent out like a whole system or a whole setup or like a whole like whether it's a green screen setup, like a whole like background. Like for example, I could have this whole thing like decked out, just like and it could be decked out for the theme that I'm looking for. So now I give it a value add to my audience, and it's like, well, hey, I'm in the beach and I got a beach theme, sort of like, you know, whatever. Or
Right.
I don't know, I don't know if that's like a thing, but I'm just thinking that the idea
So
of renting out a space sounds good, but
mhm.
nobody wants to leave their home.
Right. No, I agree with you, because there are similar concepts, but they don't bring the space to you. You go to the space. I mean, there's stuff like that in downtown Orlando where you
Right,
can rent out
right.
office space.
But then why have I
I
not gone there? Because it's like I don't really like
right,
it makes sense for the people who are already like big and
in
they
the
like need
area.
it. But
Right.
like when
Yeah.
people think about it, like who's gonna do that? Like what kind of person like I guess they would do it if they really need to do it. If they really need to do it.
Well, a lot of people, because Elizabeth's this way, where she doesn't like to do um, work in areas that she attributes to something else. Like she wouldn't want to work in the bedroom all the time, you know.
I see.
So
I see.
so some people need that like separate space in order to be
Okay.
as productive
Okay.
as possible. But to that end, I know YouTube, and to answer your question, like why would someone go there if they already have all the stuff they need other than just the space? YouTube has like YouTube studio spaces where if you're like a YouTube creator, you can like rent out a space and it's got like green screen and cameras and all sorts of other sort of like technological things that you'd need, like Elgato and all that jazz. But to my knowledge, no one does the bring to your home sort of service.
Now that sounds like a unique idea. Not sure. Not sure.
Yeah,
I
no, I
think
mean I think it is.
so I mean I think that there's just a lot of opportunities to make some money here, and so
Yeah.
what I'm doing right now for me is that I'm focusing on my personal brand. I'm
Hmm.
focusing on trying to better my yeah, my personal brand really. It's like I got a lot in my mind, and I got a lot to share, a lot to tell. I've been sharing with a lot of people. And a lot of people I've
Nice.
been meeting a lot of people too, like just randomly. And people are supporting it. I think I'm up like 3. I mean, I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, but I got 340 right now. But
Okay,
at the
nice.
same time, my engagement's still pretty high. Like I got people who are commenting and liking my stuff all the time, you know. So
Mhm.
it's really cool that that journey will is continuing because I just started my coaching. I just started my mindset coaching. I wanted to put together like a little product to do that, and so
Mhm.
it's basically for $1 a day. You get access to me to help you, encourage you through any of the like the obstacles. Not you particularly, Marley, but just in general. Like,
Yeah.
like you would get like for $1 a day, you get access to me being able to help you through issues. Basically, like having a coach or having an advisor in your corner. I think that's pretty affordable. I think that's pretty doable. Like that's less than a coffee a day.
For
Um,
sure. What is the the length of interaction per day, and is it via like message or call or?
yeah, so I'm only taking on the first 10 people, 10
Mhm.
clients right now. So it's like a beta program or like a, limited time, like limited slots available. So I don't
Okay.
necessarily know yet, but what I will do is when I do take on these people, I think it'll be pretty uh I'll set the expectations appropriately, but at the same time, like I can adjust it, and
Mhm.
we'll figure it out as we go. But I think that there's a lot of people. I mean, I've a lot of people have told me that they've needed, they're stuck in all these issues or like anxiety, depression, all these things. But I think that somebody just needs a little bit of encouragement. That's it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And really, like, I think oftentimes with the anxiety and the depression, it just takes a little bit extra, like, community, just someone to talk to, someone to, like, hear you. If you feel like you're being heard, I think that alleviates a lot of the underlying, like, subconscious issues. Because, I mean, just
Right.
like you're figuring out now with your brand and trying to get your voice out there, like that's all that we really want. We just want to be heard. We want to be able to share a message and expand and experience with a community.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. But here's the thing. I did not want that. Like I didn't necessarily want this. I don't want the fame. I really honestly I don't want like the it all to come to me. The only thing that I want is for me to help at least one person with like my message. And here's the thing.
Mhm.
I've been doing like with just that mentality alone, like if you were to tacticalize it or create a tactic out of it, right? Just with that mentality alone, just trying to affect one person, like that right there is just game changer. And so,
It is.
right? I mean, there's a lot of other successful people that have said similar things with like, oh, just one more client, or oh, just one more addition, or oh, just one more, one more call, or one more DM, one more this, that, the other, one more day.
Mhm.
So you're always on the cusp of being able to break through. And so, having that mentality is just really, if you want to make a tactic out of it, you could definitely do that. But just in general, like knowing that, like, I only have one, not sure. Give me a second.
Yeah. No, dude, you're good. You're good. Um, I I think I've realized what it is that I kind of want to do with my brand because I still don't really know how to showcase it other than just like showcasing all the different facets of myself because I don't want to be, kind of like trapped in a certain type of box, like
Dude,
creating
why
a
don't
certain
you
type
just
of
be
content.
you? That's for
Yeah,
real,
no,
for real.
for sure, for
Like
sure.
you
And
are
I,
the
and I
brand.
think
Like you
right.
should just act
And
for yourself.
yeah, no, and like that's the plan too. But I think ultimately if I were to compare my career to like anyone else's in terms of like the direction I wanted to go in, it would be Rick Rubin. Have you ever heard of his name?
No.
He's a guy who I think just understands life on like a macro level and to how it connects and intersects with like every other aspect, whether it's like an industry or whether it's like how we move our bodies or whatever. And he is a person who has no real training. And whenever I say real training, I mean like school training in like music or instruments or vocality or anything. He just knows what sounds good to him, and he can help artists to bring out like other sides of themselves to really just like embrace who they are and like not. I think ultimately what he does is like he helps artists to like not second guess, and he gives them ideas and experiences that allow them to look at a topic in a different type of way. And that's sort of how I want to begin to shape my career. Besides, acting and writing books and stuff, I really want to sort of be a confidant and a uh what's the word, like a helper along the journey. There's a better word for it, but like that's the essence of it. I
Yes.
I want to help people
Yes. So we're in the
get to
same
their
boat.
creative endeavors. Yeah,
We're in the same
100%.
boat. That's 100%. That's 100%. And maybe this is what Beehive is. Or not Beehive, Hive Mind.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Honeycomb.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I
so
get you.
this could be the like this is like so I do think that that's a really unique idea because that is I believe that that's one of the reasons that we're good friends, right? Is because we're similar in that sense. I also want to help people on their journey. My help I've discovered is actually helping them through the the pain, the sort of like the struggle itself, and figuring and showing as an example how you get over that and how you do succeed. So that's my story. I mean, for real. Like, so I'm living a story where I went through the suck, went through the negative, and like the as worst as it gets kind of situation. Basically, I say I went to the gates of hell, which I truly did. And then God saved me, and so now I'm a shining. I'm living an example of a redemption story, and so it's been an amazing journey, and it's been so short. It's like only April, so it's just like there's so much that has happened, like for me alone, and so I hope to also help people like who are in their journey, who are in the suck or in the right the anxiety, the overwhelming feelings, the fucking don't know what to do. Right? What's next for you? What is this life? Like these existential questions. What is money? Like all of the why am I struggling all the time? Right? Why can't I buy a house? All these sort of questions. I want to help those people too. And so it takes a very creative mind to be able to like do that. And then same for you. It takes a very creative mind to be able to also want to help during that journey. It's just your help is in the way of you. You want to help bring out the best in them, which you've done with me too, right? So you bring out the best in a person. I think that's what you do really well with. And then what I do, I don't really know exactly what I do yet because I haven't helped enough people, but I feel like I can help everybody. I've always been able to help anybody I've talked to. And so, yeah, it sounds like
Heck,
that's a very similar quality for both of us.
hmm Yeah, man. I mean, it's like the other day, how I was saying like we're on the same path and like we're trying to do something similar, but it's just from different perspectives. And I think that just speaks to how anyone and everyone can truly be like touched and affected by the messages that we're trying to get across,
Right.
because we're all striving for the same thing. We have different barriers that we're trying to overcome, and we just need a community of people, people who've like been through these things and who have experienced solutions to these problems to kind of give us information so that we can
Right.
continue to spread the wealth, if you will.
I'm trying to spread the good word, man. The good word of
Yeah.
God. I'm just for real, for real.
Yeah.
I'm here to support anybody who's sharing, good words, who's sharing, good messages, messages of positivity, encouragement, right, hope, and really, really, that's my goal is to help and instill hope into people. I believe that people have lost track of whom humanity, and some people are lost, and that's like saying the sheep are lost, right? Like the sheep don't know who to follow, and so I'm not necessarily saying they should follow me, but what I'm saying is there are people like me who have been lost but are extremely good at what they do. Like I've never failed at anything I've done. I just never had a purpose.
Mhm.
Seriously, I've been extremely good at everything I do. Like every single thing I've done has been amazing. I just have never had a purpose. And so the only time that I've ever had a purpose now is now that I found God. I have a purpose to share, right? Share and help others with that story or with their story, really. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not necessarily gonna, I don't need to like, be a therapist or help them with their problems, but like, I can at least be a perspective and like a different sort of ideas and different perspective point of views at a more positive light when people are in their darkest times. Like, because I think that's what I would have needed when I was in my darkest times. Is like, well, I mean, that's what I had. I mean, honestly, bro, honestly, I'm pretty sure you were one of those people who helped me, like strictly throughly. I think one of the times I called you, I was like in my deepest, darkest time. Anyways, you helped me. And maybe you didn't know, maybe you did. I don't know, but like I don't need to know. But like, I
Yeah.
mean, like like there's other people too, right? Who have like been there, and so like that's the thing, bro. Is like when the devil comes and the evil comes, like, and you have no support system, you have no like way to like handle that, and you don't have God by your side, or you don't believe God is there to help you. You feel like the world is on your shoulders. You literally feel like the world is on your shoulders, and the devil's temptations, the devil's everything, like all the things will push you down. And so, yeah, I mean, like finding that sort of like purpose and drive is like has been influential in my life extremely. Like at this moment, like in terms of this year alone, I've gone and done so much. Every single day, I touch somebody's heart. Every single day, I make somebody's life better. And bro,
Heck
it's
yeah.
like it's such an amazing feeling because it's like all I'm doing is just talking to somebody. And so like that's why I'm offering that coaching service. Or like for $1 a day, you have access to me. Right? It could be as much as you need. It could be as little as you need. I mean, if it goes over the board, then we'll adjust it. But like for $1 a day, that's sort of what I've figured out. Like I'll start with that. We'll see if that works and see if that, anybody likes that. But at the same time, like even if they don't, like I'm still here to help. I know I'm not in it for the
Yeah.
money. I'm just more it's just I can help them bounce their ideas off of me. That's the only difference, right? I'm going to still give my perspectives and ideas for what I think everyone needs, but if people need like, hey, I'm dealing with this specific problem with these specific people and they are like this, that and the other, right? Then that takes other factors in mind. And so like, yeah, if you need help with that kind of like personalized service, I can help with that. But yeah. And then I've also created a journal template. I created the ebook for that, or like a product, an e-product. That's available now too. So I got
Nice.
I got both of those, and I think I'm gonna do like a giveaway coming soon, like where I would do like a, sign up for the email list, get entered into the giveaway. And it's my journal template that I use every single day, and I think it does pretty well. It encapsulates a lot. I've actually had somebody else use it. I can let you use it too if you'd like to take a look.
Yeah, I'll check
I
it out.
got a good review. I got a really good review. Like,
Okay, nice.
and it's a good friend. It's like a real friend of mine. Like, he's a old coworker of mine, and so he, he tried it out. He said, yeah, it's really good." And he's like, this is amazing." He's never been able to journal before, and like he started using my template, and he did it for 7 days straight, and he keeps going. I'm like, wow,
Nice.
that's great.
Now, is it just a journal or is it also a calendar?
No, so like, dude, I think simplicity is key. If we
Mm,
start getting into this whole like technology integrations, APIs, calendars, right? Like, or other kinds of like viewpoints of that kind of thing, it gets beyond the point, right? Of what journal. It gets a little bit too complex. Because honestly, bro, when I started journaling just having nothing to write. You don't know what to write. You literally don't know what to write. But here's the thing. If you start journaling and you have everything in front of you to write, you're like, fuck this. This is gonna suck. Hell no. I'm not gonna spend 30 minutes of my fucking time. I'm not gonna spend 30 minutes of my time writing this thing. And so what do? You either embrace the fucking this is gonna suck and do it, and then you brute force your way through, which is fine too, for people who want to do that. I don't want to do that. So the other option is to not journal, right? And then you're never gonna see what the benefits are of journaling, because here's the thing: every successful person, their pattern is journaling. So that that is something that I've created a system where it's like very simple, very easy for people to know how to journal and really just get started with it. And so it's just like I think it's like 5, maybe 7 questions, and they're like really simple questions to answer.
mm.
And they've helped me a lot. And so I'm telling my story in my journal. And so I plan on at one point or the other putting that all into a book and
Make it like a
providing.
memoir.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. And so like even just having that thought, like, oh man, like, but like for the guy in the darkest place, like you're never gonna know. And so like that's why I offer the coaching service, is to help that guy out, like, you know, a little bit. Um, and maybe the price is too high, maybe the price is too low. I don't know yet, but I think that $1 a day. I mean, what do you think, Marley? Do you think that sounds like an appealing offer?
Yeah, I mean for sure. If people you can spend 350 on a on a coffee, and it's just going to get them all caffeinated and sugary and feeling bad by the end of the day, then spending $1 to talk to someone, and potentially get some clarity and a new direction in life, I think it's well worth it.
Right? Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. It's like I can't buy you coffee. We can't go and get a coffee. We can't go and get a coffee right now because we're virtual, right? So what can we do? We could just spend our time, the same thing we would do, and you'll spend the money, and it just goes to me and helps me pursue more of the mission and help more people. Makes me help gets a better platform, get the entire quality of everything better. So yeah,
For sure.
so that's where my personal brand is right now. That's what I'm working on now, and so we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I mean it's definitely a journey finding your personal brand and getting yourself out there into the masses. I just made that website, which I'm super excited about, and I'm going to utilize that as well as a business card. Let me show
okay,
you this business card that I got, dude. It's one of those tab business cards.
really. Oh, what is it?
Shoot.
MG
Yeah, it's got
Marley
my name
Gurney.
on it, right? And
Oh,
it
okay.
tab with the QR code. So now whenever I go to different film festivals or I'm out and about and I
Oh,
run across
dude,
the creative,
get me one of
if
those.
I want to get
Give me one
connected.
of those. Yes, yes. Oh, bro. By the way, here, look. I have your watch. I'm pretty sure I found the. Here we go. Look, I don't know when you're gonna be here next, but I got the. This is the watch. The
Okay, heck yeah.
the
Looks
Garmin.
good.
The Garmin. Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little smudgy there, but you got your buttons there,
it is what it is. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
and then but I
Yeah.
got the charger. I found the charger, so that's why I didn't send it yet. But I don't know
Okay.
if you're gonna be coming down anytime. I could also give it to you there, but
Yeah, well, I don't know for sure. Like I said, I've got several projects that I've just
yeah.
auditioned for, applied to that are shooting in Orlando and Miami,
Okay,
and that's
yeah,
taking place for the next like month or two. So we'll see. Hopefully, within the next month or two,
okay, yeah,
because I need to come down and link up with some other people too. Um, my friend MJ and then George, especially since you're talking about spreading the word and
Yeah.
getting closer to Christ. Dude, if you want to talk about someone with a redemption story,
Yeah.
George is that guy, man. He was
Mhm.
playing footsies with the devil. It seemed like,
Nice. Yeah.
he made a huge transition and is really just kind of like focused on giving his life to the Lord, and
Good.
he's all about Bible study
How
and
cool. Well,
yeah,
connect
dude.
me
I
with
just
him.
feel
Connect
yeah,
with
I
me.
will, I
Just,
will,
I
I
mean,
will.
you could do it on Telegram. Telegram's fine because my notifications are a little bit more manageable
Yeah,
because,
yeah. I don't
uh,
know if he has a Telegram, but I'll
or
check and see.
whatever. Yeah. So, but, but yeah. Oh, and also, I would love to see that business card. Like, if you have a referral link for that, let me know because I'm looking for a business card. I just got an email for myself, so
Okay,
I got my own email now, and I got my own. Yeah, I set up the other stuff as well. Um,
nice.
but mainly the email. That was pretty wild to do, and I set up forwarding to myself so I don't miss an email. Like,
Heck
well,
yeah.
so we'll see.
Uh,
We'll see.
what what is your email?
That's Jonathan at johntdeleon.com.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So and it goes to me, and then I got pay.johntdeleon.com, which people can donate. Uh,
Cool.
they straight up, and so I mean, yeah, I mean that's sort of the idea right now is, and the funniest thing is this, man. I didn't even know what I was offering, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just doing the thing that I knew a person who needed to share a mission or message to the world would
Hmm.
do. Does that make sense? I was just doing the things that I know. Hey, if I was a person who needed to share a message to the world and help other people in these situations and all of that, what would if I was already that person? What would I be doing?
Hmm.
And so, dude, bro, that thought just
Yeah,
changed the game because
yeah.
now all you got to do is just do the thing.
Yep.
You just do the thing. You could just do it blindly and just don't know shit. And you just do the thing and then just all of a sudden boom, you're there. It's like yeah, dude. So I mean that's what that it's just so transformational because
Yeah.
then you can control which things you do. Cuz then you're in like a whole nother world of like, well, now if all I got to do is do the thing and then I become the thing I need to be. I can just change who I want to be by changing the thing I got to do. And if I can
Hmm.
trust myself to do the thing, I can estimate the time it's going to take me to be the person that I'm supposed to be or do
Yeah.
the thing that I'm supposed to do. Right. And so, like, bro, it can get so deep. It can get so deep. And so now that's what I've done, is just do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of focus on the skills that like you're good at because in relation to me, like that's something too is I've always been really good at physical things. That's kind of been my bread and butter. And
Yeah.
so when I decided to go into the realm of entertainment, I was like, how am I going to pursue this? I mean, I started out in musical theater, which involved dancing and singing and acting, but when I moved down to Orlando and I was working as like characters and stuff, I was like, well, this is enough money. So I was like, how else am I going to make money? Well, I started still walking, you know, and but balloon twisting and in all these different endeavors, it was really just me gaining experience while making money doing it.
Yeah.
And it comes through confidence and
Yes.
it comes through relying on
Yes.
those skills that you already know that you have.
Yes.
And
But you're doing something different. That's the key too,
yeah, no
right?
doubt.
You and I both did that.
Diversifying. You're
Yeah.
diversifying as an individual.
But
Exactly.
a lot of people get stuck in this trap saying, "Well, I know this skill. Why would I do
Hmm.
something different if I could just get really good at this skill?" That's the whole idea of the jack of all trades versus the specialist of one, right?
Hmm.
The society and system sells you on you got to be a specialist. You got to do only
Right.
that thing. And yes, if you want to be the best, that thing, you can be the best that thing. But exactly what you're saying, if you learn different skills, you become more valuable by knowing more things.
Hmm.
Just so you're compounding, you're stacking your value instead of you're increasing this one value. And then if that thing just gets cut, right? Literally, they just cut, like the industry gets cut, the cryptocurrency gets fucking sued or whatever. It just tanks. You're dead. You just put all your eggs in one basket. And
100%.
and
That quote comes from William Shakespeare, the one that the jack of all trades is master of
oh,
none.
really?
But it goes further, and I recently found this out and opened up my eyes because my entire life I've kind of struggled with, should I focus on just one thing and get really good at it, or should I continue to just allow myself to go in all these different directions where I'm pulled and learn all these different skills. And the way that the rest of that quote goes, real quick, is the jack of all trades is master of none, but is better than the master of one. And
Oh,
it goes to say that not only
wow.
are you diversifying your skills, but for me, because I always look at the world and the universe as like the macro copies the micro and the micro copies the macro, and all these different skills and all these different life lessons that we have, it's essentially cross training, because those lessons and those ideas can be transferred into these other industries and these other aspects of our lives to make them better. So it's really about trying out all these different things, um, full sending it because you want to give it your all no matter
Yeah,
what it is that you're doing. And while doing that, paying attention and critically thinking about the skills that you're developing and how they can lend their efforts towards other aspects of your life.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with, and that is super cool, bro. I did not even know that because the system did not let that, they cut off the end, bro.
Yep,
Who
they do.
Oh my gosh. Like
They do
if
it.
there was like another example that was more blatant than that, I don't wouldn't know it because that's pretty dang blatant.
Yeah.
And so exactly that is like you're you're becoming, wait, what was it?
The Shakespeare quote.
Yes.
Okay. It's the jack of all trades is master of none, but is better than the master of one.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's basically, I can't believe that was a thing. I can't believe that. And so, bro, and personal development is so key. But like people don't know. People don't know. Like when I say this from when I say people, I'm saying like my old self. I didn't know. Like immigrants, right? Like our family, even though like we're maybe not like first generation, but like you know, my families don't really know. Like anybody who came to the U.S. or anybody who like started off more impoverished or doesn't have a lot, like doesn't have. When I say a lot, there's people who I'm talking to, buku millionaires.
Mm.
I'm like, bro, like what? Like what? Yeah, and then their thoughts and some of their things that they think about are different, and it's just like it's like why would you not invest kind of thing, or why would you like, or like why they just think of things like in different ways, and so but like I talked to Gabe the other day, the other day this week, me and Madonna were talking to him and saying like, oh, well, you should invest, you should do these things and that the other, because like Madonna benefited from the Bitcoin boom, right? So he got a full Bitcoin as well, and so he's
He's got a
enjoying
full
that.
one. Nice,
Yeah, he's got
dude.
a full one.
Good
So
for him, bro.
he bought it back when it lost. So he didn't
Nice.
he lost money and then he gained. So I think he was only up a little bit, but
Hmm.
but yeah, no, Madonna. We were
But he's
talking
a
to
full
Gabe.
coiner, dude.
He's
That's
a
amazing.
he
Congrats to Madonna, dude. That's a huge accomplishment, honestly.
yeah.
Because they say all that you need is like point one for it to like really make an impact. So
Wow.
I mean to have, currently 70K worth of Bitcoin, that's huge because it's gonna go up. I mean, obviously there will be moments where it drops back down, but I think with the current like corporate investments into Bitcoin with the ETFs, it's not going to drop down like it used to.
Right. Right.
Bitcoin specifically. Other other cryptos will probably drop down, but
Yeah.
Bitcoin's gonna be pretty steady.
Well, that's good. I mean, I think that it's a good way to hedge, hedge against the dollar, right? If the dollar goes to crap. But I do think that I think that's going to be a big transformational year this year, especially with the presidential election with Trump, and
Oh yeah,
there's already things that are just going crazy like around the world, like
dude,
you know, like
insane.
like what did they just have an earthquake yesterday in New York or something like that?
Yeah, New York and New Jersey, they had a 4.8. I had a friend that I was talking to
Wow.
because he lives up there,
Yeah.
and it's pretty crazy because it doesn't happen in Northeast.
Right? Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not seen a thing like that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Madonna's a full coiner, and I'm exploring crypto, and I'm exploring to try to learn some money, make some money with crypto, make some money with in general, like investing. Like, bro, my mind is so different. I will say, I will say that I don't even recognize myself, bro. So
That's that's good. I mean, as long as it's like in a positive way, that's all that matters.
yeah, yeah, no,
So,
it's in a positive. I mean, it's think of it this way: I went through the fire, and I've came out better than ever before.
mhm,
But I still went through
that's
the
what you want.
fire. But I still went through the fire.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Nobody could take the fire
No
away,
doubt.
and that's
Yeah.
what it is. And so now I have God with me, and now I'm moving forward with God in my heart. And so I move forward, and I'm fueled more than ever, and I'm more clear on what I need to do more than ever. And even today, like I went, yeah. I don't need to necessarily say it right now, but yeah, like there's a lot of indicators that this year is a year of note. This year is a year of notice to everybody in the human world. This is the year of notice. Something's gonna
I,
happen. I don't know what's gonna happen,
yeah.
but
Well,
something's
dude,
gonna happen.
I mean, it's already going crazy. Well, just based off of what you're saying with like this is the year of notice. I mean, Cat Williams kind of started off in January when he was calling out Hollywood and P Diddy, and that's something he said is that the truth is going to be known in
Yes,
2024.
dude. I know
Like,
the truth. I'm sharing it as well. And bro, I
yeah,
don't, and all these and people are being awoke, dude. People are being woken up for
mhm.
real. I don't know what that word means nowadays in the Urban Dictionary of this fucking weird society. But bro, honestly, this is what I think has happened. I think that the millennials, aka me, aka you, I'm pretty sure you're a millennial, right?
I am. Yeah,
Yeah, so the millennials, right? It's our time. It's our time to shine. And we're
mhm.
about to take this shit to the next level for real, for real. Like millennials as a whole. And here's the difference is like millennials also during our time will either like go really far and really do really well or do nothing. And the
Mhm.
problem is during our time with AI everything being technologically advanced and every like jobs are being changed and people's way of living is being changed. There's a lot of divide happening, and so it's up to us to be able to become the people that we need to become to be able to take advantage of that or to be able to move forward with that. Because if we don't, like, there's we can never be
There's no progress.
we can never have it as easy as we have it right now. Let's put it that way. It's gonna get harder, and that's the same thing with like inflation, right? The money we have today is worth more than the money we have tomorrow,
For sure, unless you invest in Bitcoin.
unless you invest in Bitcoin. Yeah, I guess so. That is true. Right, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Well, I don't want to take up all of your night, man. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, man. I think that's it. It's good chat. Uh, I mean, I think that there's definitely a few golden nuggets in this conversation, and
Yeah,
I'm not sure if this is like the 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 way you want the kind of podcast kind of chat to be formatted all the time, or if you want to come in with like certain types of uh,
I
ideas and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty chill.
so
I think we
I think
gave a
I,
lot
I
of
think I
value.
figured out something new. I mean, I agree with you. I did record this, and it also streamed on the live YouTube. I hope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it streamed on live to YouTube.
Oh,
So I mean, it's there. So I at least I get to watch it back and figure out how to cut it up. So this is a really great test to figure that out. But then also, what was I gonna say? Oh God, I forgot what I was gonna say.
talking about
Uh,
the format.
the format. Oh,
Yeah, the
so I believe that
format.
the format of podcasting, like, so I don't think so. Just doing this format alone, I think that I would rather talk more and be asked than
The
to
back and forth.
ask. To
Right.
ask. Like no, like I don't know necessarily what to ask you, right? I'm not the best asker because I already have a
Yeah.
lot of knowledge, and so like I know things I know things that people don't know. For example, I can feel energy and I can feel all the world now. You know how they said that, like these fucking like hocus pocus, like they say energy of the world,
No, I mean,
universe.
I definitely feel people's energies for sure.
Well, however, right, I didn't know anything about that. I
Okay.
knew nothing about that. People, I mean, that's why I'm saying you're like a spiritual brother of a lot. Like of my friends, of my groomsmen, you're the spiritual brother of them all.
Mm.
Um, so each of my groomsmen have their specific piece of my life. It's like, think about it. It's like they've helped me develop different aspects of life. Think about that.
For sure. Yeah,
Like,
no doubt. Like Madonna is like the business guy. Gabe is more of like the fun, goofy. Like you go and you drink and party with that guy, and then Eric. I, honestly, I'm not too sure how Eric fits in with you.
Eric is my rock. If it
Okay.
shakes Eric, I need to be careful. Well, like
Interesting.
he's my conservative. He's like, he's the guy who's on the system and has been he grew up with the system, and like just like
Right.
me, he grew up in the deep of the system, just like me,
Mhm.
and I grew up in the deep. When I say deep in the system, I grew up in a military family. Just the fact of being military, like in the
Mhm.
military family, it had military sort of like distilled into you, and that's discipline to follow, or there's no other option, right? And so that is that is like as deep of the system as it can get. It doesn't need to be like that, but just like having a childhood like that, it's interesting. But Eric, I think, had a childhood where he was. I don't necessarily know how his childhood was, but I do think that him and I share a lot of different qualities, and he's always been a level-headed guy. He's a level-headed guy. He's like
Yeah.
he's super
Yeah. He's
cool.
very straight and narrow. It seems.
Yeah, he's no sarcasm, and you know what it is? It's his heart. It's his
Mm.
heart. That's why Eric and I get along. Him and I both have the most compassionate hearts, like a very compassionate heart. I'm not saying your heart is not compassionate either, but so like I
I'm
do think,
heartless.
yeah. But like here's the thing, like Eric, like here's the difference.
Mhm.
I think that you bring out the best in people. So your compassion goes out and tries to help. Same for me. Eric's compassion, I think, goes his heart goes out, and he doesn't want anything back. He just gives and just
Mm.
gives and just gives. And no, I don't need anything. Just gives, right?
Mm.
And I love that. I love that. I sort of love that, so because that's also how I'm like too. Right? I go both ways. I give without expecting anything. I never want anything. But at the same time, I also want to help you, right? I want to help other
Right.
people, right? Eric's just a giver, and so it's really cool to have like those two different like perspectives in the
Mhm.
similar way of compassion, right? Of the world, of the energy of love, and so you and I both, right? We share in the helping thing, right? Eric doesn't necessarily need a help or want to help, but he shares in the giving, a giving of love.
Mm.
Um, at the same time, I do think that a lot of environmental factors will change a person, and I do think that a lot of people's behaviors will change over time. But I do think that honestly, people can fall off the everything. They can literally just be a different person, and they can be saved. They can be saved and healed by God. That's as crazy as it
Dude,
sounds.
I'm telling you, no, it's not crazy at all. I'm telling you, George is that guy. Like,
Yeah,
there's no one that I
yeah,
know that has done a complete 180.
yeah. No, like George, the guy at the guy at your
Yeah.
apartment.
The guy at my wedding.
Your wedding.
Black guy, taller. He's probably
Oh,
the
he's
tallest
big.
guy at my wedding.
Yeah.
He's playing putt putt or he was putting in the golf ball with Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah, I can send you a picture and you'll be like, oh, I remember that guy. But yeah, dude, he used to be crazy, like a crazy partier, like a
Yeah.
womanizer, just like all this stuff. And he gave himself to the Lord, and he's been,
Good. Amazing. That's
yeah, dude, it's
amazing.
crazy.
That's amazing. And people are like people are called for different things in God's kingdom. In the kingdom of God, people are called for different things.
Yes, I would love for y'all to have a conversation and talk about just like y'all's experiences with
Yes.
talking to God, because
Ooh,
that
interesting.
happens to
Yeah.
him as well.
Me too. Yeah. Well,
Like,
so yeah, I'm not the only one, and that's the thing is like there are people who are chosen, I guess, in a
mhm,
way. You can think of it that way.
for sure,
I don't think that anybody necessarily. I think everyone is chosen,
mhm,
but not
because
every.
we're all a part of it.
Yeah, everyone has a
Mhm,
connection basically to God because Jesus
yeah,
Christ died on the cross for our sins. We all have a connection to God. We all have the ability to connect. However, that ability to connect is very, very hard to get to. That's what they call inner peace. That's what they call inner love, compassion. They call it a lot of different things, a lot of different religions. However, everyone can do that, but not everyone can get over the fact of the struggles of life.
mhm,
Because in order to unlock the true love that you have within, you can never unlock it yourself. Only God can unlock this true, everlasting, undying love for that He has for me, and He has for everyone else, and you as well. Right? He's the only one who can unlock it because, as I'm sure George would attest, you cannot
he
unlock
would.
it with women. You cannot unlock it with the world's pleasures. You
Mhm,
cannot unlock it with a massive amounts of like the most delicate and delicious foods and every luxury known to man because that does not buy happiness. That does not actually provide love. And that's what people mean when they say I want to strive for happiness. I want to be happy. What they're saying is I want to feel love.
mhm,
That's what they're saying.
yeah,
And here's the thing everyone has the ability to feel love to God, but getting over the struggles, getting over those hurdles, is the struggles of life. And so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to share my stories and here to share my anything that I can necessarily. I mean, I don't have any limits. I have unlimited knowledge, unlimited potential. Like I have unlimited, you know, willingness to help because I've given my will to God. I've given it all.
mhm,
And there's nothing that can stop me because I've already died and been saved by God. I've been to the gates of hell and he raised me up and he saved me. And I've been in this transformational journey to become the better person. And so I just leave it up to God, man. So at this point, like when I buy a house, I'll buy a house when I want. When he provides.
mhm,
When I didn't know what business I needed to do, he's providing me this. He tells me you need to share your stories, do this, do what I'm doing right now. And so like maybe that's just part of it, right? Maybe you and I having this conversation talking about George, like I wouldn't be able to
mhm.
have a conversation with George if I didn't know how to do this setup, right? And so it's all just taking steps in that direction. And so people in your path are there for specific reasons. And so yeah, I think I would love to have a conversation with George. That sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, I'm about to send you his information,
Oh,
or at least his
or just
Facebook
yeah,
or
or to
Instagram. My
send
bad.
an email. Yeah, or I don't know how people talk nowadays.
Well, I just want you to see his account and like
Oh
just
yeah,
remember
I'll
who
check
he
it
is.
out. I'll check it out. Yeah, that's true. All right, I don't want to hold you up. Anything else you want to talk about? I think we talked for a good amount of time. 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
If we
yeah.
got on at 6:30, yeah, about 2 hours. It
Heck
didn't feel
yeah.
like that. It definitely goes fast.
Oh, about an hour and a half of recording time. So we
Okay.
spent 30 minutes trying to figure out the whole setup, bro. But look,
Yeah.
it doesn't look bad. I mean, I think I'm gonna cut it up. We'll see what actually. Yeah. Wait. How do you want to do this? Do you want to help me cut it up or what? You want me to find the parts? I can find the parts, and then. Hmm, I forgot what we talked about. Sorry.
In terms of,
Actually, we're good. We're good. No, no, no. You were my producer. You're helping me produce it. Yeah, yeah. So it's all good. I'm
well, I
gonna
mean, I
edit
can
it.
definitely. Well, I mean, you can definitely edit it, but I mean, I can also, if you want to send a file to me, I can take a look at it and pull some parts from it, some pieces I think are good, and
Oh
we can
yeah.
compare
Okay.
notes.
Cool. 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 Perfect. Yeah. So let's. I'll try to do that. But I think we should do this at least once a month. What do you think? We could have the
Yeah, for
Marley
sure.
Jonathan chat, and that'd
I
be
like it.
cool. That'd be cool, and that help also help build your personal brand. So put a YouTube channel. Put some chat things out there so I can like put it in the description, and it builds links, which builds
Mhm.
SEO credibility within YouTube for yourself.
Yeah.
To think about that.
Honestly, I've been considering making a YouTube specifically for like living on the farm because I have
You should.
some videos in the can of just like me clearing the land and doing a bunch of different stuff. So
That's cool. Heck yeah.
yeah,
I think that's super cool. You should definitely do that. A lot of people would love to see that because here's the thing: nature is the purest form of God's love in a way that it's untouched by man,
yeah.
right?
Um, Andy Warhol also said that the best art anyone can do is to have land and not ruin it.
Yes.
And I've taken that to heart, dude.
Love that.
Like whenever I read that, I was like, wow, that's a quote and a
That's cool.
half.
Bro, you should do it. We should do it together. Why don't we do this? Why don't you do that and I do this? And let's just do it. Like because
Yeah,
what did I say? This is the year of change. This is where we break out. This is where it happens. It's got to happen.
yeah.
And so,
No, dude, 100%. So something else I've told like Calvin and my other roommates for the longest time is that I was like, yeah, I'm getting into film and stuff, but I don't feel like I'm really gonna pop off until like my 30s, and this year is the year I turn 30, and I'm really seen as like a huge transformational sort of
good.
like moment.
It
I
is
got my
big.
business card, I got my website. I've got a lot of like written works that I'm wanting to start diving into and
Good.
getting some like artists to illustrate and make some books and
Yeah.
graphic novels, whatnot.
Bro,
So
that's all gonna help. See, here's the thing.
yeah, it
It's not
does.
a just a one time and done. It's not like you
Oh no,
make it. It's you
constant.
just yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta like just
it's
slowly.
time in the market. It's time in the market,
It's time in the market, but also just doing small little things every day and just getting it a
dude.
little bit better, one system at a
Dude,
time.
I say that all the time, dude. I say a little bit every day takes you a long way.
It does
It
absolutely.
does, man. It does. Like it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you do a little bit.
Well,
Like
the problem is people don't, and then including myself. When I say people, like I used to also feel this way, and I'm sure you could relate. But like people
oh
don't
yeah,
want to have this. They want to have things so happen so quick. They want things to happen like so instantly, and they're like, well, I bought this thing and I bought this Bitcoin and it was supposed to go up, but it went down. I
hmm
sell, or I bought this thing, and it doesn't. It's not what I wanted it to be, and so. I think that we need to have the long game in life. And so if you play the long game in a video game, right? You can easily win if you just keep playing the game and just keep doing the things that will win you the long game in 10 years. Like for example, me getting a black belt in 10 years, that's a long game, dude. That's a long game.
yeah,
You know? Like that gives me 10 years to get a black belt or 9 years maybe. I mean to get a black belt. And so now like yeah, like but now I know that's my game. I can go once a week. But if it was like a 1 year goal, and I was like, oh, I want to get a black belt, and I'm a blue belt now, like that's not possible. That's not gonna happen. Like it's just not even
right.
possible. Nobody will ever give me a black belt in 1 year. And it doesn't matter. Like, and so here's the thing: it's just like not lying to yourself. And so like if I know that I'm gonna go to black belt in 10 years, I need to not lie to myself and just be like, well, I need to start working at it. If I Unless I want to call myself a liar, right?
hmm
And so like that sort of is what motivates me now is just like to get my shit done, get my shit in there because a little bit here and there every day is going to compound over years. And same for everything in general, like with your brand
Fact.
and with your acting, every little bit, just do something, anything. And that's the problem is people don't want to do anything because it's like, that that's a short-term sort of mindset. And like Gabe, for example,
Hmm.
he doesn't want to invest because it's like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm like, man, I understand, because I'm also there. People,
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I talk to different kinds of perspectives, the more I'm seeing like the world. It's like people from all kinds of life make all kinds of money. And I think that there's a way that everyone can win. So yeah.
I agree, dude. There's plenty of room at the table, no doubt.
But all right,
No
man.
doubt.
I don't want to hold you up anymore. So anything else? Any last closing thoughts?
Nah, man, just have a good night. Keep on pushing a little bit every day.
A little bit every day. All right, dude. I will talk to you later, man. Have a good night. Tell Elizabeth I say hey. Take care.
I will. Do the same with Lizelle. See you, John.
Be. Peace. Bye.